Thursday, April the 20th, coming to you from Canada, Penticton, British Columbia. Welcome to Daily Devotions. Well, worldly power is what I'd like to speak about today. And Acts 25:12 tells us this. When Festus had conferred with his council, he answered, "You have appealed to Caesar you shall go." Well, Porcius Festus, he had a relatively undistinguished career, I guess you could say. He reigned as Roman governor in Judea for less than 2 years before dying while in office. Paul's situation, it was among the first cases he faced as governor. Jewish leaders, they lobbied for Paul to be brought to Jerusalem, hoping to ambush him. But Festus, he wanted to hear Paul in person. And after defending himself, Paul appealed to Caesar, and Festus had no choice but to grant this request. When King Agrippa II and his wife arrived in Caesarea, he asked to hear Paul in person. And as Paul presented his case, Festus interrupted him, declaring that Paul was out of his mind. His great learning was driving him insane, it is said in Acts 26:24. And after a discussion, Festus and Agrippa agreed that Paul could have been freed if he had not appealed to Caesar. Festus thought like a politician, concerned with his power and his reputation. But Paul knew that God, in the Bible it says, has chosen the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. And we find that in 1 Corinthians 1:27. He was not interested in wealth or political power, but in completing his mission, taking the gospel to Rome. People like Festus, they simply come and go. They achieve power and they gain wealth for a season, but eventually those things fade, don't they? But those like Paul, who focus on serving God, receive rewards that simply cannot fade. I want to encourage you today on this Thursday. Follow Paul's example today. Focus on serving God, not the world, not yourself, but focus on serving God. Trust Him today to reward you, and you will get your reward. May you be blessed today, and I want to pray against worldly power and godly power in our lives today. Father, bless those that are watching today. Bless those that hear this message. And I pray that, again, we would follow you, we would trust you, and we would seek your power today and not the world. In your name we do pray. Amen.